Okay, we're rolling. This is Reviewer Magazine, and we're here with Bombshell Jennifer Bombshell from
Sorry, Jenny Bombshell.
Jenny
Sorry, that's
Jenny
how they'll know
Bombshell.
it. It's not Jennifer.
Oh, okay. Well, I know her as Jennifer, Jen, or Jenny, but this is Jenny Bombshell, and she is from BigHotBombshells.com, and she was. We're here interviewing her about a recent appearance she made on Swedish TV, where she was taped here at the pool and at her house where she lives with her husband. They run the website. Is that all right to mention that he's your husband?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, and his name, is that okay if we mention?
Yes.
His name's Olivier, and they're married, and they do a very successful website that is a subscription-based website that FAs, fat admirers, become members of, and it's called BigHotBombshells.com, right?
And SupersizedBombshells.com.
Oh, it's the new one, SuperSizedBombshells.com. Wow,
Absolutely.
cool. Okay. And the other day, the people from Swedish TV, I'm not sure what channel it is or anything, or who they are, but
TV3.
TV3, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they came and videotaped Jennifer swimming in the pool, right? And
Little bit, yeah.
a little bit. And Jennifer, how much do you weigh? You've never told me.
You know, to be honest, they asked me the same thing, and it's been a couple years. I'm not a step on the scale girl.
Oh, okay. So you're not sure. What do you think it might be?
I'm in the 300 range.
Really?
I
Wow.
am.
Wow.
I am.
Mid threes or high threes or low threes?
Last time I checked was low threes. I think
Okay.
I'm pretty consistent. So.
We're in San Diego, so when you say low threes, you're often talking about real estate. But small condos.
Well, they tend to be considered real estate.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of square footage there.
Yes. No, round footage. Round footage.
Oh, that's right. Okay. But that was an interesting experience for you because you're going to be reaching a bigger audience over in Europe. I mean, in
no pun intended.
Yes, exactly. No pun intended. It'll be bigger in more ways than one. But in Swedish TV, they're allowed to mention the name of the domain, the website.
Absolutely.
And they've got, I think I've seen some Swedish TV on like HBO, and they on public television they get a lot more wild. I mean, it's like they show nudity and stuff, and they have like sexual content on TV and stuff, and it's not really screened for being what we call in the U.S. child safe. It's like over there the parents just say, hey, if the kids want to watch it, they can watch it, I guess. But
absolutely, they're far more lenient in what they allow on TV.
But was when Olivier was shooting photos of you, were they nudes or were they just kind of cheesecake or kind of soft?
They were pinup. They were pinup.
Pinup, okay.
While there is more of a pinup, or what I like to call art style nudes.
Okay.
This is a multi-girl site. Mine happened to be just pinup style. The most I've done is bare bottom. Again, more of an innocent feel.
Oh, okay.
I definitely admire the 40s photography, and so that's kind of
the
line that mine follows.
Yeah, well, the artwork that I see on your index page when you first go to BigHotBombshells.com is a picture that is kind of reminiscent of those glamour models of the 40s on the sides of the bombers, the nose cones of the bombers and stuff. Only it's a 300, 400 pound girl instead of 120 pounds, svelte, little skinny, little with big tits.
Yeah.
But there's a big market for that, and do you find it's not really just held down to maybe just held down, no pun intended again, but the market isn't really pinned down to just fat guys, right? It's all kinds of guys. I mean, it's just
absolutely. That's a common misconception. You would be surprised. Again, what's known as FAs, fat admirers in the community. It runs the whole gamut. You've got everything from doctors and scientists, web designers. It encompasses everybody. It's kind of a melting pot. So.
And do they make proposals? Do they want to send you gifts? Or are these guys really effusive and stuff? And you have to tell them right away, no, I'm married. Right?
It's amazing. Somebody just wrote to me recently, and that was one of the things we went over in the documentary. We went through some of my emails, and very flattering emails. I've had everything from marriage proposals to dates. I actually had someone offer me $500 when I continually refused to go on a date. Actually didn't answer him, and then finally said I'm married. I ended up saying, you know, I know you like it so much, I'll give you $500 to come on a date with me. You know, gifts have been sent.
Wow.
You know, it's very flattering. And, you know, it's just like, you know, again, we're becoming more mainstream, but it's just like any other model. You know, people are interested and they're fascinated, and when you put yourself out there on the World Wide Web, you get a number of people that are interested. They like what they see, and you know, again, I'd like to think that the men that are interested, you know, it's not a fetish, it's a preference. Some people prefer tall, thin, blonde, you know, it's just a preference, and they like what they see and they pursue it. I've had some wonderful letters, also letters from women as well, that say thanks for putting yourself out there. You know, it's nice to see a woman that looks like I do and is confident and looks great on camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really interesting the things you get.
And it's kind of a place. It's sort of a narrow. I mean, you kind of push these people into this bottleneck where they don't really know where to go to find this sort of girl that is really uh, comfortable with the way they look, and yet so large, and there's so much of you. I mean, a lot of times society kind of tells women that they need to be the complete opposite. And when they find a site like BigHotBombshells.com, it's almost like, you know, they've died and went to heaven, so to speak, or they found their calling. You know, this is a place that they can come now and feel open about it and okay with it.
Absolutely. Well, we also have a forum. And, you know, there's a number of forums out there where people can go, and they certainly find that they're not the only ones, you know, that have a preference for the Rubenesque form, however you'd like to put it, voluptuous. But absolutely, it's a place where people can go for pinup photos and, again, see the type of woman that they find is attractive. To me, ideally, I think it would be wonderful to one day have the same sort of acceptance that you do when you get a Victoria's Secret catalog. Most of the girls on our site are dressed no differently, and nobody thinks twice about that. And again, whether it's your preference or not, people are very accepting. They know that's going to come in the mail, and I think that would be a wonderful thing. You know, I'm very active in the whole size acceptance aspect of the community as well, and yeah, you know, again, my whole saying is there's plenty of people out there that really like the way that a full-figured woman looks, and if it's not your preference, just be accepting. It's
Yeah.
someone else's.
Well, I find the personality of a lot of chubby girls are often, they're very disarming because they were kind of treated, you know, in a certain way when they were kids, and they had a loving family that was constantly feeding them a lot of times. And I mean, you know, there's all kinds of people out there, all kinds of experiences, but I've always found that a lot of times girls that are really heavy set or have a really cool, funny personality. How old were you when you first discovered that you were going to be large? I mean, when you first were told that you were a big girl.
Well, you know, I think it's something I was always slightly on the chubby side. You know, and again, the women in my family are shaped very similar. It was kind of funny the first time someone said, "You have such a unique shape." And I thought, well, no, I don't. You look at pictures of any woman in my family
Yeah.
just about, and we're all shaped the same way. So
It was normal when you were growing up.
it was
There was
normal.
nothing unusual about it.
No, and you know, I was also very lucky in that I had very supportive parents who put more emphasis on, you know, being smart and accomplishing and being a good person
Hmm.
rather than the package that it came in. Because really, that's all that it is when you think about it.
Really quick, the reason why the Swedish TV show came out here to film you was for an acceptance type of feature. They were promoting it as something that is okay. We got about a minute left.
Okay, it was for a documentary, and it was basically just an insight into several different women, and who were several different plus-size women and their lives. And they thought that my story was very interesting, and the fact that I've branched out and I make a living off it, and I'm very comfortable being a big girl.
All right, about 30 seconds. Can you tell people where to go to maybe find the interview with the Swedish TV? Is there a website or anything, or?
You know what? They haven't given me a website yet, but again, it's Swedish TV3. It'll be coming in September, and what we'll do is on our forum, thebigcommunity.com, we'll post a link there. so that people can
Okay.
follow it.
All right. Well, thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Have a good night, and thank you for being here and interviewing with Reviewer Magazine.